What is going on? Trying to be on time, which I'm not, probably. Welcome and welcome back, everybody. This is Arts of the Round Table. My name is Mello, and happy Monday. Let's just get that out the way. And I'm having trouble. I can't see. Oh, I can't see. Now I can. What's up, you guys? We're going to finish Mr. Fix-It. I don't have much left to do here, so I figure we'll get her did. If I have time, I'll start knocking out some stuff that I just wanted to do. What the hell? What the heck? I just wanted to do some messing around, some studying, some non-superhero portraiture and practice. So I did this this little drawing off of a random reference on Pinterest. I did it in blue pencil, and then I used God help me. God help me with my words today. I used the Liquitex basic acrylic fluid burnt sienna, which is slowly becoming one of my favorite things to use. And then I might start prepping on this. I may not paint this soon, but what I will do is I am going to just make sure everything's on screen. What I am going to do today is I'm going to put a wash under this so that I won't chicken out and not paint it later. Cool. So in that, bing bang boom. Those are my tomorrow projects. I'll bring them up again later on today. I also got this black canvas. Where is my other black canvas? I had a video of black canvas. It wasn't even canvas. It was a sheet of black matte paper. And I did Batman. I did Batman, Superman. I did a Magneto on canvas, and Lobo. No, Lobo was on gray. I'm feeling a bit of Eddie Brock Venom here, so that might be for the future. Some Eddie Brock Venom. I'm just not sure if I'm going to draw it or try to freehand a Venom on this thing, but that might be too difficult. In the meantime, let me just say, how are you? How are you guys doing? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. My palette is ready. So I'm going to put it here on the site. I've been fascinated by this wet palette, which is just a sponge that you saturate with full water. Put this palette paper on top, and it keeps it moist. It keeps the paint from drying out. This isn't the palette paper that comes in the packaging. This is this palette paper that I cut into halvesies just to see if I can save some money, be a little frugal. This is the original paper. It's a little bit thinner. This so far has worked better than this, but so far I have not failed either way. Nova Draws Comics, how are you? Nova says he had a great weekend. That is dope. I'm glad you did. I did too. I'm glad we are here. I'm glad we made it. Let me put my paper. I have a tendency to be, never in the same spot. Dirty and clean. My palette. Move this down so you can see the name of the channel. You guys ready? I think I'm ready. Let me get my brushes. What are we doing today? This. Nice. We're going to use flat brushes, angled brushes. I don't see myself doing any much what's the word I'm looking for? Blending. So I don't think I'll be using my my filberts, my round brushes. Those I use mostly for blending. So I think I'm gonna be rocking all the flats. What am I doing today? I'm doing his hat. I'm gonna finish doing his hat. Add a little bit more tone and structure to his jacket. Signed his bad boy and Bob's your uncle. We done. And get ready for the next one. Another one. Yeah, that's all I end up thinking about. What's next? My relationship with my current projects. They don't last very long, right? The honeymoon doesn't last very long. You're in it. You feel all the passion right here. That's what's up. And then I'm at the part that I'm like, I'm okay to move on. It's not you, it's me. All right, so I'm gonna do some beige. I'm gonna add a little bit of this burnt sienna. If you guys are interested of what's in my palette, these are the colors. Burnt sienna. I'm gonna mix some green, but I want to mix my own green. Primary blue, primary yellow. That's gonna be for my green. I am gonna do some purples, but I want to mix my own red and ultramarine blue. Got black, got my white. We're not worrying about skin tones. We're not worried about realistic tones, but I want a little bit. I want to create this beige for his trench coat, and I want it to look a bit greenish, almost military. Not military, but I think you guys know what I mean. So add some blue and some yellow to make it green, khaki-like. That might be too khaki-ish. A lot of my mixing of colors is kind of trial and error. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm gonna add more yellow. Subdue it with some black. Make it a bit boring with the black. The one thing I like that's really been helpful with this palette, and why I think me and it are gonna have a fantastic time together, is because I already like those variations of light pastel-like colors. In case you guys can't see it. My room is dry. I got my fan on, it's warm and it's dry, and I tend to use water to reactivate my pigments, causing them to be watery, and that kind of dilutes the oomph of the colors of the pigments. Using this palette, keeping them moist as much as possible, not drying out, has helped me maintain the proper tones that I want and the pure pigments. And it just, the Wolverine I did prior to this is kind of a testament to that. His skin is very vibrant, and because I haven't had to dilute the colors by adding water to mix them, so this has helped me balance out how dry and warm my room is and how it affects my colors. So if you guys have the same type of issues, this might be the one for you. They're inexpensive. This one was. There's some that are a bit more pricey, but I actually saw some DIY versions that I might end up doing as well. Because I think This will be cool to have more than one. See, very little bit of water. And I'm just gonna add some light. I want some light coming, like as if it's coming from the eye, and fix it, which seems like it's broken above him. That's all. That's how we do it. And I'm adding some inspired brushstrokes because I don't want it to be too smooth. I want it to feel like a thick jacket, something that he would wear if he could wear a jacket. And that's it. That's it. That's what we're doing today. Hopefully I can finish it. It doesn't seem to be, whenever I think there's not a lot left to do, the painting reminds me that no, there's more too. But this seems to be it. I can't see in my mental checklist. Good Lord. I have been up for several hours, so I don't know why my vocabulation skills is dropping. What I do want to do is keep the paints nice and creamy so they can flow. Just creating some highlights where I think it'll be nice. Sometimes it's cool to have a hint of light in dark. It really does add some really cool bounce light effect. All right, I think you guys know what I'm doing. I say we get to it. And I'm not going to be doing a lot of blending. I'm going to let the colors interact with each other side by side and let our eyes do the blending themselves. It's going to be one of those where if you're standing next to it, it'll appear chaotic. As you step further away, you begin to notice the method to the madness. So earlier I mentioned how I might take a break from painting that Hulk, that other Hulk drawing, the cover recreation. It's because I feel like I've been drawing Hulk all year. That's like the third, maybe fourth time. And I think it's time to do something else, don't you? See how cool that looks? In my opinion, anyway. How it adds that like light bouncing. It shows dimension to the jacket. We gotta, as painters and artists, we have to add dimension where there isn't any. You're drawing on a flat 2D surface. You're drawing a 2D character. I like that page, so I'm gonna add a little bit more brown. Some of this green here. The colors on his jacket are meant to represent everything about him. The green of the original Green Hulk, or gray. The gray Hulk, Green Hulk. The purple of his pants that he always seems to be wearing. Alright, this kind of greenish hue is going to kill a little bit of the brightness, but not too much. It's going to be darker here, just so that we can frame the character and have your eyes focused in the center, not so much everywhere else. Wherever I want your eyes to look, I want them to, in the end, go back to him, to the face, to the figure. And I'm trying to get rid of all these dead spots. Not that it's necessary. I think it kind of looks okay. Kind of cool that it's, you see the canvas. So, what's up, Ike? How you doing? I'm doing well, man. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. It's good to see you. Trying to finish up this Hulk. And just trying to add some life to these folds. It's fantastic. I'm glad you are doing well. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I'm going to need some dark in there. Maybe not. That dance is pretty good. I got to darken this so that the purple can stand out. I'm trying to mix a little bit more than just black. I'm adding ultramarine and some red to it. What type of red is that? Hold on. Primary red. That is a very cool black. I can see the blues in there. I'm digging that. This is kind of it could be a bit more experimental. Because it's about done, but it's also where too much experimenting will kind of like overtake the original idea. So I'm trying to be a bit... I'm trying to play both sides of the fence, actually. That's dark enough. That might be a good place for a signature when I'm done. I'm in a weird spot creatively, because a part of me is like, you don't want to get stuck doing superhero or comic book inspired all the time, but it's the stuff that I love to do. So I gotta find a way to balance out my artistic desires, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Do some, like I mentioned in the last video, the last live stream, do some portrait studies. What's up, Chris? 1 second. Which is why last week, when I was done with my original stream, I still had some like energy. There's a couple of things I'll mention with the live stream and these projects. That when the camera turns off, when I go see you guys later, the creative engine doesn't just shut off. It's a weird sensation to have, to want to keep drawing and painting or doing something, but feeling a desire to continue interacting with you guys, but you're not there. And then I go, oh man, I don't want to cheat them out from anything if it comes out good. But a part of me wants to keep creating. So anyway, with that said, this is what I ended up doing after. Quick little sketch. And then I went and using a blue pencil, the blue Prismacolor, and then I just covered it in burnt sienna acrylic paint. I love the way that came out. It looks a lot like the Latino Mexican inspired Chicano murals and their artwork. I don't know if I'm gonna dive into that style, but I kind of dug the way this was looking, and it kind of like it continued the inspiration for it. But I'm gonna try to paint this in more of a traditional portrait style. Yeah, thanks, man. It completely, it wowed me, the combination of that sienna and that blue from the pencil. There's some spots in here where I try to get a little bit creative and wipe the paint using a tissue. Didn't come out as well as I wanted to. It's not gouache where you can take water or brush and kind of like begin to remove some. I didn't use too much water in the initial wash for that to be successful. Plus, this is artboard, and it fought me. It was like, no, I want to keep some of that paint. And you got to let the canvas take what it wants. So, I conceded. But I really liked the way it came out. And it was something that had there is no, as much as I like it, there's no emotional attachment to it, so to speak. So I'm okay with seeing what happens, what comes of it after. And I like that feeling of going, yeah, I might mess it up, but I need to see what happens. I need to see how far this goes. And I think that's a really awesome feeling to have, and one that I haven't had naturally. Guys, I'm a worrywart when I paint and draw sometimes, and not very enjoyable sometimes. where I don't even get to enjoy the journey. I've been trying to remove that fear from me. And one of the ways that I've been able to do that is virtually being around other artists and creators, like my man Ike there, and Nova, and Mr. Rob Norton, and Saboteur, and Omer Glitch, and Landon Hughes, and Link, and Susan from Creative Ambitions, and Tama. Like, being around you guys virtually, of course, right? Because we're all millions of miles away, hundreds of miles away. This community of ours is so it really is amazing. And we're not ignorant to the progress that's happening around us, and being in that community and seeing you guys grow, feeling like I'm growing, and getting rid of that fear. And trying out new things and wanting to do landscapes and wanting to do all of these different things that, like I said, there's been a renewal in me in terms of I'm going to do stuff that I've stopped myself from doing for years. I need more green. To make more green, do you guys more blue or more yellow? So to make that is one subdued green. Anyway, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's the inventor's mentality, I think, when it comes to creating art. Ike says, colored pencils on toned paper with a white pencil is always a winner. Yes, absolutely. And this was interesting because it's that portrait, the picture of the girl, is a white artboard drawn with using a blue pencil and then painted over with the burnt sienna. That's one thing that's annoying. Clean your brushes, gentlemen. Clean your brushes, painters. But yeah, saying that, I've never been more inspired, never been more encouraged within myself to try new things and share and just what may come, right? Like that, what dreams may come. I'm just mixing some purples here, a darker purple and a lighter one, because I'm gonna see if I can do some layers up here. He normally was looking into some pictures of Mr. Fix-It here, Joe Fix-It, and he's a mob enforcer. He is Bruce Banner as a Grey Hulk, a version of a Grey Hulk, and he's normally dressed pretty dapper. Blue suit, blue fedora, white shirt, like he does his thing. He looks great. And I ruined his suit. But I like having that type of freedom, that personality where I can do whatever I want. Vernier, how are you, man? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us. I'm trying to make sure I add texture by not doing very smooth strokes. One of the things that I have visually taken from watching these BBC competitions of landscape artists and portrait artists, their mastery of the brushstrokes. And how the stories they can tell from the brushstrokes. And one of the things that I struggled with early, one, because I don't know what I'm doing sometimes, and I'm learning on the fly, is making everything smooth. So, I've been learning from them about thick sometimes and just expressive speed in terms of their brushstrokes, because it translates to the viewer. Look at you, bro. 124. Can we celebrate, dude? Congratulations. To be deliberate when you need to be deliberate, and then be expressive when it counts. Um, I started out as a just draw what you see type of dude, paint what you see, and it's a great way to learn. But after a while, I think the storyteller in all of us begins to come out. I say we embrace the storyteller. Plus, I want you to do, if you're a painter, one of the best things, one of the best feelings is you doing some rando brush like this. Let's say I go, boop, that's it. And somebody looks at it and stares at it and be like, man, why did he do that? How did he know to do that? I didn't, bro. When am I going to draw Deadpool? Deadpool is one of those characters to me that he's so popular that he's not interesting. Is that a hot take? I've drawn him, and listen, I've drawn him before. I've drawn him several times. In pencil and ink, I have not painted him. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I'm a feel type of guy. In the sense that if I don't feel it, no matter how popular or how present they are in the stratosphere, in the zeitgeist of things, if I don't feel it, I'll never draw it. I'll never feel the need to. And I think I did it when I did paint Deadpool. I used give me a second, I'll show you. Here we go, show and tell. 1 second. All right. Who's in front of them? All right, so I'll show you the ones in front. Goes another Wolverine. Did I do Hulk in watercolor? Nope. A little Cyclops there. I like that Cyclops. I would love to redo a Cyclops. And then pow! The old Merc with a mouth. Pencil, ink, watercolor. When I posted this is why I love YouTube, because it will humble you. Nobody likes your stuff 100%. Oh, hey, what'd he say? He said, great, what he always wanted, a pink suit. A pink suited Deadpool. This is from a still frame of his bye 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 dance routine in the movie. I try to draw really fast. Really fast. I drew it slow, inked it really fast. I'm happy with the way it came out. A little crude, put the date by the gooch. Not always proud of how I sound my stuff. I want to do something like this again. I've been wanting to draw a female character, female form. When did I do this? It says this. So this must have been... I can't believe we're already in 2026. I did this in January, February, March, around there. I should date these a bit better. Okay, so that's April. My two Riddlers and gouache. That is from Batman. Lord, help me out. From 1960s. I did that in February. And I wasn't even all that too sure. This one took me a long time. I thought this was what I was going to do with gouache, that I was going to be doing kind of like realistic portraits. This one, there's things I like about it, there's things I don't like about it. And because I kind of, in my opinion, failed in certain aspects of the realism, I kind of went illustrative. And I didn't know how to blend as well. The pose is terrible because he's laying on his back looking up towards Batman. This was a funny episode. It's the very first episode of the show where he actually purchases something. Batman stops him and assaults him, and he takes Batman to court. And he sues him. He sues him and takes him to court on the spot. And then that's my version of the Riddler. I had a whole story in my mind about this character and that face. So much Batman. This one, I love this Wolverine because that was the first gouache painting I shared on YouTube. This was the first video I did with the rebranding of my show, and it wasn't completely Arts of the Round Table. It was actually Arts of the Round. I don't even know what that means. But this was it. I'm really proud of this one, and seeing this. Let me close my palette before I make a ginormous mess here. Oh, are you dry? It is dry. Seeing that Wolverine that I did August of 2024. All right. Let me say that again. Just because it's kind of nuts. First video from the rebranding of the show, of my channel, to when I shared. I actually I re-watched it the other day, and what a weird time capsule. I sound young. I'm in my 40s, guys. I'm not young in that aspect. I've been doing this for a long time, but I sounded like a baby. And August of 2024, this one I didn't even date it, but a few months ago. You can tell I love Wolverine, man. And then a few weeks ago. And I think that when I saw these two side by side, this one was okay because they kind of like match. And I was using JR's reference, but even the coloring, the technique, the appreciation of the medium grew, and the understanding of the medium grew. To this one, I think if there's anything that I can impart to young artists, is to just keep going. If it's something that you love to do, keep going. Do it for yourself. If anything, if you don't want to share it, don't share it. Who cares? If it's something that makes you happy, that you can do, brings you joy, do it. I don't show these as a way to feed my ego or anything like that. That'll take way too long for me to feel that great about myself. But I am very proud of these pieces and the growth shown in these three. One character. Yeah, man, that's it. And that's it. Just keep going. If it makes you happy, do that. I ask, is this a photo album? No, it's one of those portfolio type of books. I have several of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 of several sizes, and I have 2 large ones that can hold 11 by 17. But this was one of my first ones when I really started to take what I do serious and call myself an artist and put my stuff into stores and make all that stuff. That I was like, this is it. And even still, you guys honestly are the only ones that I show this to. And it might as well be a photo album. I have to redo that Frieza. I hate that Frieza. No, I don't hate it. It's just, when I was trying to do these, I wanted to stay in the manga style and the anime style, and I failed miserably on that. Vegeta. Some of these are straight from the artist, copying from the artist, 1 for 1. I love the black on this. I do not like that. I wish I did one better. Maybe I will. Can I share this? Is that hers or that mine? No, that's mine. I'm going to do a series of westerns. Are you guys familiar with Red Dead Redemption? Every year, at the end of the year, around New Year's, Christmas to New Year's, I release a video kind of showcasing what the year's been and kind of like what I would deem the best thing I've done for that year. I have an idea for a Red Dead Redemption poster with Arthur Morgan and John Marston that has been percolating, and it's been like a lot of the things that stop me from doing most of the stuff that comes to my mind is I don't think I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. And there's a lot of stuff in that painting, in the painting I have in my mind, that I'm like, I don't know if I can't do that, but I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to record it. It won't be live streamed. I'm going to record it, and I'm going to attempt to release that at the end of the year. Maybe I'll show some sneak peeks on the way, but this is good. I love that piece. Just because I have an idea for another one, a companion piece to this of Spider-Man punching Dr. Octopus. And it's going to probably have the same type of crude. There you go. Who asked me about Cowboy Bebop? I have another Spike Spiegel that I want to do. Yeah. I have a splinter here that I did. I have a shredder that I'm going to do. That's another one that if I can pull off what my mind has and what my mind sees, we're going to be all right. Even that. This was the second video. So anyway. Yeah, that's what I want to get back to. Just want to be able to see what I can do. 5:25. It would have been a great time to redo these, but it's too late. Maybe I can do another one. This is something I would love to do again. Do a detailed pencil caricature and see if I can paint it. I love that bean face. It's the eyes for me. My exaggerated Boris Karloff. I like that face. These have all been sprayed with fixative so they won't rub off. Maybe I can scan these and reprint them. See if I can paint them. Some old watercolors. Look at that. If I'm not drawing the Hulk, I'm drawing She-Hulk. I love. Alright, last one, and then we get back to work. Who's that? Who's that trying to get out? Oh, okay. See her crushing that poor artist? I have a hat that has my name on it like that. This was March 16, 2021. Yeah. It's a pleasant trip through memory lane. But yes, where was I? Red Dead Redemption. If I can get on paper what I have in mind, I'm going to be all right. I'll be happy with myself. All right, let's see. Yeah, see this? This paper on this wet palette isn't what comes in the product. So it is, it doesn't keep the paint as dry. So these already will chip. If I was using the paper that it came with, this very thin parchment style paper, my paints would have been still glistening inside this palette. But because I know I am not going to be painting too much left, or there's not too much left to paint, I'm just kind of like noodling about. Alrighty, where are we at? So yeah, Red Dead Redemption. I played all of them. I can't remember when the first one came out, but I did play that one with Red Harlow, the character who either he burns his hand into, they throw his father's gun into a pit, a fire or a fire pit, and he goes and grabs it and burns the emblem. Red Harlow, and then Rockstar, I guess, purchased the rights and did what they did to the game with the John Marston era, which is dope. And then what they recently did. Recently, it's like 10 years old, that game. Still amazing. All right, final highlights here. Final highlights here. Howdy, Aiden, howdy. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you very near the whole week. It just started, man. I'll take it though. Take care of yourself. See you later. All right, let's do some final highlights here. I'm gonna add some blue. I want to accentuate the scarf, and then we might be. I'm looking at it, trying to figure out where else I'm needed. It's gonna be one of those that I end up just noodling about, and I don't want to do that anymore. Do you guys see this? This canvas is so big. How big is it? This canvas is so big that it makes it hard to have it shown. On the vertical stream. Aiden Howe, what time is it, man? What time is it? Hold on, you guys, I don't know what's happening. Gremlins, man. Time for my daily check-in. Yeah, I should be. Y'all should be hitting them likes. Y'all should be hitting the subscribe buttons if you haven't. Hit me with some corazones or some hearts, some hundreds. I gotta thank you guys real quick. You guys already know that my the goal to this stuff here is to become a professional artist, get paid for it, and I don't really ask you guys much for money or anything like that, and I never will. All I ask is for your support and your time, which I appreciate you guys do. And I have to thank you because I'm really close. I get closer every day because of you guys to getting the channel monetized, and I appreciate you. I promise not to be bringing it up all the time. I try not to, but it's really important to me. Your boy's broke. That makes me laugh. But no, I really do appreciate you guys' support. And every time I take a peek inside how close I am to those milestones, it just it just amazes me. The people that I only know from their YouTube tags that are making this possible. All I can do is sit here and draw and paint and share time with you guys and conversations, and as much as I know, I try to share and partake and give is what I mean to say. And all of it, the success that's occurring, the building of this channel. I might be behind the wheel and I might be driving, but you guys are the fuel. You guys are the gas. And I thank you so much. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. Sincerely, and I mean that. I know that by August, I'll be sharing that news with you guys. I just feel it. And like I said, it's not to be a braggart. It's nothing like that. It's not. It's a bit of validation. It's a bit of hard work paying off, but it's also this community and this actually this weird partnership that we have as creator and viewer and appreciators as you guys are, and fellow artists as you guys are. So I can never say too much, and I don't want to sound too corny, but it is true. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and being here. And just to be clear, it's not everything. It really isn't about that. It's not about showing off or anything like that. It's just that it will be, yes, in validation. I am not working. I am unemployed. Even if I know that as soon as monetization hits, it's not going to be the sound. See, my cat's like, yeah, tell him, bro. Immediate laughing to the bank. I know that. I know the type of work that needs to be maintained, and I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it, and I am treating this like work. Not in the way that people hate going to work. In the way, because what they say, what's the expression? If you do what you love, it's not work. Something like that. What is that silly meme that they had up? It's like, don't love your work, work your love, or some dumb nonsensical bananas. Oh, I love that. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all of that shenanigans is just say thank you. On constant thank you. See you later, Aiden. I appreciate you, dude. You know what? I appreciate your when I was a kid. It used to be called Ding Dong Ditch, and you guys probably know. You run up to somebody's house, you ring the doorbell, and you dip. That's what Aiden does for me, and I appreciate you. You ring the doorbell and you haul. I just appreciate that you don't leave any steaming bags on my doorstep. But thank you for coming through. I appreciate you, man. God bless you. Love you, mean it. See you on the next one. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll darken that. I think we're almost done here, right? Yes. So the super chats is the first thing I think. For super chats, ad revenue through shorts and through videos, that type of stuff. I don't know what happens. That's when you get 3,000 hours of watch time. I don't know what happens when you get 4,000 hours. So, I don't even know what any of that means. You know, the world will constantly move the goalpost on you. Do this like a video game. Do this 10,000 times, and you do it. Okay, great. Now you got to grab blue ones 10,000 times. Oh, hot damn. You know, whatever it is that I'm moving close to, I'm just looking forward to it. Just get it done. Let's go. And make this a business and start talking to people and working with people, which is the goal. And share, man. And share the love. That's it, man. It's so easy. It's so easy. I'm just adding final layers of highlights. I like the way that looks. I might need to add just a bit. See how I even added some over here and it kind of dissipated because it dries darker. I just want a little bit of highlights. But yeah, honestly, I don't know everything that comes with it. Not everyone that achieves it is up straightforward or up front, and I don't blame them. Everybody's looking to be in somebody else's business. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, and some that are, I don't care how much they make. That's not the point. And I try not to, even though they come up, the ones that are just grifters and the ones that all they know how to do is play the game and take. I really don't have any desire to be around any of that. We're dealing with people's time. I don't want to waste anybody's time. My own, theirs. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and use the paper this palette comes with. Finish it up with some black, and I think we could start on the next piece. This might be a short one today, just because I don't want to rush through things just for the sake of rushing through something. I got to give you guys something that's worth it. But maybe we could start on that portrait of the young lady there. I'm just adding some dimension to this shadow. I want those other colors to show through, so I don't want to paint. Oh, wow. I just had a deja vu. I think that's it. Clean my brush. This. All right, how am I gonna? Hi, have you messed with these Posca pens? So this dude is Joe Fix-It. I've been calling him Mr. Fix-It. So I don't know whether I want to put Joe in cursive or Mr. in cursive. I'm trying to clean my brush. One Posca and it never works. Yeah, man, that sucks. I was always having trouble finding a good white acrylic pen. Those been really good. I got some jellies. I don't want too much green in his eye here. Just enough. I sometimes miscalculate how much black I put on my brush, and then I do that and just subdue all the color that I had. And then you go, oh, I didn't even add enough. A little dab that adds texture and shenanigans there. Shenanigans. I hear you, bro. Yeah, dude, you gotta let the bearing inside dance a bit. Where'd it go? I got a few of these. And then I got these bad boys. Check out this thing. It says Desire Acrylic Paint Pen, water-based acrylic. That's another one. If you like that ASMR, let me move it away. Look at how, if you're into flat, watch me ruin my these rarely get used. I'm afraid of them more than anything else. I thought I had. That's not too bad. I wish the points were a little bit finer. But it is what it is. You get what you pay for. This is going to be my signature pen. So I'm going to have I don't know what to do. I was going to add white on the edges, but I kind of like the way it looks there. Kind of like the way I did the white line on patch, but I don't know if that will work, because I would have to do it on the outside, and then I have to get really good with the writing, and I don't know if I want to do that. You know what really, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know what I did or what happened, but can you see the paint? I don't think you can. Right there. It's like broken staccato almost. It looks like a leather snakeskin pattern that's breaking out. You can't really tell. It's weird. I can see it, but it's not happening here. I am using a different black for that. You know what? I think I'm just going to sign it and call it. I don't know what I'm going to do with those Poscas. Oh, I was going to write his name. So it's either going to be Joe or Mr. I'm trying to find a place where I can sign this where it won't be obnoxious, but I don't care. I'm going to be obnoxious right here. Mello, 2K, 26. Done and done. Yeah, this one has. I haven't used this one, so. I think I might just put. I'm not sure. And because I'm not sure, I don't have anything black I can write it on to test it. Yeah, this will work. It'll pop up. So it's either going to be Joe or Mr. Crap. I don't know what to do. They both look all right. Damn. What do you think, man? I have no idea. Hey, I want to see this bad boy. Oh, see, that's wet. Okay, I gotta shake that more then. I am so close to ruining all of this piece. But alright. That can't be how it comes out. Nope, look how watery that is. Well, this is a pizza crap, is that what they say? Let me get this off my my painting, because I already spilled some. So if anything, I'm going. Oh, and I have these. These are all the same. Those weird acrylic ones. I am kind of sad and disappointed that this just pours out milk. I don't like it. Where's my... But I think that's it. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do some other time with that. In the meantime, I'm going to put a wash on this. Just so that I can get the... Will he, won't he paint this thing out of the way? So that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to be painting this anytime soon, though. That's the truth. I want to get away from painting the Hulk for a bit. Only difference is I'm going to use raw sienna instead of burnt sienna. Shake, shake, shake. Just want something a bit more neutral. Let me see how this goes. Bravery test. and I gotta work fairly quick. These acrylics dry. For being fluid acrylics, they dry pretty quick. One thing I noticed that when using gouache as a when using a gouache woo-wash, when you're using a gouache for the wash, for the underpainting, one of the things that I would experience when painting is that the subsequent layers on top will begin to take that tone. So if I use a warm wash like this, like burnt sienna or something like that, the gouache would take the characteristics and become a warmer picture or a warmer looking all around aesthetic. What I've noticed that with this acrylic, it still has that warmthness, but it sits on top purer to its pigment because it's not blending down, it's not blending with that last layer, it's sitting above it. And that is something that the first time I used this, is something that I noticed quickly, and I kind of like that it doesn't take. All right, I'm gonna set that to dry somewhere. Dry off my palette. I'll leave this here while it dries, or maybe I'll just move it across. So I don't know just off the bat just yet if I'm going to be doing this one on live. Maybe I'll put up a poll or something and I'll let you guys decide. I know that I'm getting a little bit burnt out of doing the Hulk, but I do enjoy this drawing. I was going to try to record it and upload a narrative video of that instead. The story behind this particular issue of The Incredible Hulk is that Bruce Banner cannot turn into the Hulk. So this is a machine, and is I believe is gone rampant. Banner can't control it. This is just as he can't control himself as the Hulk. The leader up here is trying to kill him, and I think the catch on this is like, hey, let me see. Yeah. The Hulk no longer exists, but don't tell the leader he's too busy trying to kill him, which is great. So it's a what is it? A model, life model decoy. Yeah, it's some crazy over the top stories. I haven't read through this. Who's the inside artist? Sal Buscema. Sal Buscema did the inside The cover is done by Ernie Chan. It's a beautiful cover. And as you can see, I kept the majority of it. I added more teeth. And I changed where the title is. That's it pretty much. I removed the soldier that's over here. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? So who the heck is the Hulk? Maybe I should read this. Yes. Okay. So, it's a machine that that Banner is controlling. So go figure. And I thought that would be the story I wanted to share when talking about painting this is that thing that we have inside about continuing to appear the way other people recognize us. I used to drink and very socially, independently as well, but socially, and would have this very outgoing and party-like behavior, and everybody enjoyed it. I love Mel, he's a good time, Mel, all this, that, and the other. But now that I don't drink, I don't have a lot of those same interactions or even a lot of those same friends, if any of them, because they want to still see that version of Mel, the one that doesn't exist anymore. So I thought it was interesting, that dichotomy of how we sometimes pretend to be something else, pretend to be who we used to be for other people, and how good or bad that might be to us, to them. So I think that's kind of like the theme that I wanted to talk about when I paint this Hulk piece. I think you guys already know, whenever I try to paint and share my stuff, it's not just the art, it's not just the characters. I try to imbue a bit of myself in everything that I do, and share as much as myself in everything that I do. Personally, I don't share everything, but I think I try to share things that are relatable. There's a lot more people not like me have gone through some of these changes in their life, who may feel as hopeless as someone inside of a machine. So who knows? I'm just here to share, let you guys know that you're not alone in any of this, not alone in any of these struggles that you're dealing with, although we always feel alone or appear to be alone, but we are not. Just letting you know. So this guy is ready. That's a little bit of project for tomorrow. I love that color. I'm not gonna lie, that tone is nice. All right. So this might be the next thing I do. I will be on again on Wednesday. So I'm either gonna do this Wednesday, or we can hang out, or we'll do something new. I do have another black canvas. I uploaded a black canvas or black media paper painting today of Batman. This will be great for Venom. I haven't done a Venom in a while. Or have I done black suit with Spider-Man? Every time I say I haven't done something in a while, I'm like, the little Mel in me be like, you lying, bro, you just did one. So I'm always keeping myself in check for y'all, man, for y'all. Yeah, this was one of the last paintings I did. This is up for sale. Go to my Ko-fi shop if you like it. This has been cured. Did this in March. So I think I'm going to call it, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. This is the one we took care of today. Mr. Fix-It. I'm still wondering if I'm going to do the whole thing or not. not the whole thing, if I'm going to write Mr. or Joe on the top. But there it is. Super happy with the way this came out. A great companion piece for Patch. I might do another one. I might do several of these if these come out very well. The guy, the man that trained Daredevil, Stick. There's a female character in the island of Madripoor that she runs the Princess Bar called Tiger. And maybe I'll do a female figure and paint it in gouache. We don't know. So anyway, I gotta put some stuff together, make sure we have some fun doing it. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. That is Joe Fix It. Signed and ready to go. I'm thinking we work on this one. I think it'll be a nice change of pace, and we could talk about skin tones and all that other good stuff. But that is it. I'm gonna let the music play me out while I clean up around me. This is Arts of the Round Table. My name is Mello, as always. God bless you. I love you. Mean it. And until next time, I will draw you later. Bye-bye.